Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Glad you could join us on the webinar this morning. We'll be going over some really good companies we offer through IAMS on IRA deposits. It's a great time of year to utilize some of these companies that do offer some products that do go to some lower deposit numbers. Really, really good for a lot of options we have regarding some of the indexed and fixed annuities you can utilize on these small deposits. Some really good rates right now. We're starting to see a bump in interest rates the last couple of months. Probably going to see that happen here throughout the year. Again, this is Matt Tour. I'm in the annuity marketing team here at IAMS. Been here for over 20 years. Seen a lot of changes over the years regarding the types of products that are being sold. When I first started, it was all fixed rate annuities. Now it's mainly indexed annuities. So the tide has turned based on what's being sold, but still see our fair share of fixed contracts coming through the office on straight fixed rates. But we do see a majority of indexed plans being marketed at this point. So do keep that in mind when looking at some of the carriers we offer on both sides. Really good combination of what we have available here through IAMS. And we all continue to offer our business builders. We have a referral program. You can refer agents to IAMS. We would get them contracted. You get a $50 bonus when they get licensed. You get a 20 BIP override on their indexed annuity business that they write through IAMS. We also have a marketing reimbursement program. We reimburse $100 for every $100,000 of indexed annuity premium. So you can build up some really nice accounts based on that marketing reimbursement. We have agents that have thousands of dollars in their account, and they can utilize that for any number of marketing campaigns that they would have. We continue to offer our new producer builder bonuses, and a lot of different levels you can qualify for based on these. We do have from $100,000 up to $1 million on production levels you can qualify for. A lot of really good marketing campaigns. You can choose an iPad, you can choose cash, a lot of different items of interest here, seminar systems, a radio show, doing a full out seminar program. So a lot of different levels you can qualify here for our new producer perks. We have a great back office support team. They help you guide your business through the office here with a new business team. We've got a great creative team that can help you with marketing ideas. Got a great marketing team on life and annuities that can help you out with putting together business plans for clients, looking at different situations would best fit your clients based on their needs. So a great group of individuals we have on that end. A lot of individuals have been in that area for more than 15, 20 years, including myself. So a lot of good expertise you can utilize based on that. We've gone to a lot of paperless applications now. We have the Firelight e-app system. A number of companies we offer utilize the Firelight system. We see about 30% of our applications coming through right now on e-apps. Really a easy way to submit business once you get used to utilizing that software. Really going to save you some time. It saves the company's time on underwriting. They don't misinterpret writing. They have everything typed out, easy to read. Won't let you submit the app until it's 100% complete, so you don't have missing items on the application, which we often see with written apps, especially now that we see applications in the 40 to 50 page range. I mean, these apps have really exploded on number of pages. And of course, it's hard to hit every box on every page. So having the e-app has really helped, clean some of that up, and really a good combination of companies we have on that side of it. As I mentioned, we got a great creative team that can help you out with your advertising needs, putting together flyers, doing website development, digital marketing, a lot of different avenues you can go with them. We have a lot of agents that use them for rebranding their colors for their company, maybe redoing their logo, a lot of stuff they can help you out with, and updating your website that might be 15, 20 years old, that hasn't been updated for 10 years. They can really help you out with that to get it cleaned up, make it look like it's more in the 2020s as opposed to 1990s, and really a great combination there. We have a website you can utilize, the www.IAMS Inc. website. A lot of sales tools on that. We have all of our current interest rates that we have available on different carriers. on the website. Maybe you have an 86-year-old looking for a 5-year rate guarantee in the state of Pennsylvania. You can pull that up by that specific need. It's going to lay out all the carriers that are available at that. You can look at carrier ratings. You can look at minimum deposit amounts, the guarantee periods. Everything is on that piece. You can take a look at the best rates from top to bottom. Really a nice way to look up specific companies and rates based on that. We also have some different industry links. Maybe you're looking trying to find an AM Best report on something, or you want to get into the state of Oklahoma's insurance website. A lot of different stuff you can link through to get to those locations there. If you do have any questions along the way here on the meeting we're doing this morning, be sure to get those typed in. Be glad to get those answered for you and get those all taken care of. We have a retirement analyzer software program. It's a really high-end client-based software. You can print off some really good reports with this, plug in a lot of good details. I know we have a number of agents that use this on their client presentations, and it's a good way to kind of forecast where the client's going to be in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the road. Some great stuff you can utilize based on this. And you can plug in different factors, maybe nursing home stays, premature deaths, hospital stays, whatever it might be. You can plug that in to the software itself. It's going to give you a nice kickback on information based on that. We launched our wealth management side of the business here about 2 years ago, and have really seen that that business expand the last 2 years, with the stock market continuing to have its strong returns the last 12 years. We've really seen a good growth in that business. This year it started off to a little bit of a shaky start, but we've seen some nice recent gains back in the market. Probably going to see obviously some more ups and downs this year. Be interested to see what happens through 2022. If you'd have interest in getting more information on the wealth management side of the business here, be sure to put yes in there. I know, based on the IRA season we're going to be getting into here, for the next few months, utilizing some securities products is always good, for your younger clients. And of course, utilizing the insurance products on the older clientele is also a good combination. If you'd have interest in that, we'd be glad to get some information over on the wealth management side. I know we have a number of agents on that end, over our top 20 producing agents. I'd say 80% of them are securities licensed. That way they can play both sides of the coin. Clients looking at, still having some money at risk, but also having a large portion of their money in safety. You can help them on both sides by playing both sides of that coin there. And you hate to refer someone down the road, end up losing that client because the other person can do more for them than you can. Definitely want to avoid that situation at all costs. But if you have interest in getting some more information on the wealth management team here at IAMS, we have a really good group of individuals that work on that side. We've seen a really nice addition of platforms for investments for the clients. Low fees. You're going to make some decent money along the way yourself on these AUM fees that come out, on a monthly basis. You can, make some decent money on that side. But really, it helps, solidify your relationship with your client if you can help them out with more sides of their business. Definitely a great way to go. So I'll go ahead and leave this poll up for another 20 seconds or so. If you would like to get some more information on the wealth management team, I'd be glad to get that done for you, get that over to you, and we'll be glad to have one of them contact you and go over what we could do on that side of the business for you. So definitely keep that in mind on that side. I can get that closed up here. We also have our training sessions we do. We do about 3 of these a year now, and I know we have one coming up in April. It's going to be in West Des Moines, Iowa. It's going to be an all expense paid training event we do in Des Moines. It's a 2.5-day meeting. It's usually a Wednesday through Friday morning. You go in Wednesday afternoon. The meeting starts probably around 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday. Runs all day Thursday, runs into Friday. We bring in a lot of really talented speakers, go over some information with you on sales ideas, what the industry trends are on the indexed investment side. We look at some high-end life insurance programs. So if you'd like to get some information on the meeting we have coming up, in April. We also have one probably coming up in the middle of June, looking at the 16th through the 17th. I guess the 15th through the 17th of June, and then in April we're looking through the 6th, 7th, and 8th of April to do these meetings. Both of them will be in Des Moines. We pay for your travel expenses. We take care of your lodging, your food, everything is taken care of. And we do see a nice increase in business on the individuals that do attend these meetings. Great way for you to get some training. We take care of the costs, and we would love to have you out, get to meet some of our IAMS staff. You also get to, get some ideas from other agents that are at the meeting, and also pick up some great sales ideas from some of the speakers we have on. We usually have our annuity sales trainer will be there. We bring in some of our bigger producing agents to go over some sales ideas on getting in front of more clients, closing more sales, going over the whole, start to finish on what they do to get more closings on clients and what they have in the day-to-day basis. So really a nice combination there. I'll be open for another 15, 20 seconds if you do have interest in getting some information on our academy. We'd be glad to get that out to you. Again, the first one's going to be in April this year, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Our second one will be in June, looking at 15, 16, 17 in June. That's a Wednesday through Friday on both cases. Should be a couple really good meetings we hold here through our groups. Go ahead and get that closed. We continue to offer our trips. I know we have our trip this year is going to be to the Mediterranean. It's going to be a cruise around Italy, stops in Greece, Montenegro, Croatia, of course, Italy itself. Should be a fantastic time. It's a 19-month qualification this time around. Started in December of 2020, runs through June of this year. So it's 19 full months to qualify, 4.5 million points to qualify. So definitely doable over a 19-month period. And for this high-end trip, really is going to be a really nice cruise line, and should be some fantastic ports should be stopping at along the way. So once in a lifetime type of situation here. If you have interest in going to Italy on IAMS dollar, definitely write the business and get on board. I know we've got about 25 agents have already qualified. We've got about 25 more that will be online to qualify. So probably have 50 agents and their significant others attending this wonderful trip. And we definitely look forward to having as many of you on this as possible. We do have a presence on Facebook and LinkedIn. If you follow those social network sites, you can definitely find the IAMS on those, on the Facebook side and the LinkedIn side. So that's something you have interest in, definitely get on board on the social media side. Again, this is not rabbit season. It actually is IRA season. So it's a great time to get in touch with your clients on their annual deposits. If you have anyone that's a little bit younger and they're under 50, that deposit for 2021 continues to be $6,000 for their IRA contribution, depending on their levels of income. And then if you got someone 50 and above, they can put in $7,000 based on their levels of income. If you have a situation, you got a higher income individual, you can always look at doing a Roth IRA and do that deposit based on a Roth. The good thing about a Roth is it will be in the future have tax-free elements to it. Your initial principal is tax-free, along with the interest you earn is tax-free. So if your clients don't necessarily need the write-off today, but want to have tax-free dollars down the road, a Roth IRA is a great way to go, especially for younger clients that have years of growth ahead of them. Having those tax-free dollars available to them down the road is really a great combination for them based on what's available through our groups. We do have a number of companies we'll be discussing this morning, and some of the products they offer, kind of going over some of the current rates, some of the benefits of using some of these companies based on what they'll go down to on dollar deposits. We have companies that offer multiple years of bonuses based on deposits their first 5 or 6 years. We also have a company that goes down to $100 deposits. So if you have someone that wants to start out with Very minimal deposits. We do have a company that goes down to $100. Set them up on a bank draft. They could do $100 a month. A great way to get a younger individual started on saving for the future. So really good combination. We'll be talking about American Life, American National, Equitrust, Guggenheim, Life of the Southwest, National Western Life, Atlantic Coast, and Sentinel will be the companies we briefly discussed here this morning. So we'll start out with American Life. This is a company we've recently added in our portfolio here. The last, I'd say year and a half. They have a plan called the American Classic. It's a multi-year rate guarantee short-term annuity. You can start it with as little as $1,000 deposit to start with. We have a 2.25% rate for 3 years, a 2.95 rate for 5. Goes up to age 90, so it does go to a higher age limit. As I mentioned, it's $1,000 minimum deposit. It has limited distribution on the states it's available in, mainly in the Midwest is where we have availability. It's about 20 states we have available, but the farthest west we go is Arizona and Nevada, where the farthest west we go. East-wise, really Ohio is about as far east as this goes based on states are available for this American Classic. So if you're in the Midwest, kind of Arizona over to Ohio, this would be a good way to go on a short-term rate guarantee with that American Classic. Really a strong combination product that we have on a shorter term, 3 or 5 year rate guarantee. Really a nice combination there based on what that offers at this point. So do keep that in mind on what that is available based on that specific situation. We also carry American National on the index side. They have a 7 or 10 year version. Goes up to age 80. Goes down to $5,000 on deposit. So you can do a person under 49 and below. You can do someone above 50 and above based on those numbers. It has really good rates. You take a look at their par rate with the cap. Right now they have a 435 cap with 100% participation on a 7-year contract. Looks like that bumps up to 445 on a 10-year. They are very competitive on their compensation on those contracts. So if you want to get something a little bit shorter term, you got that 7-year contract. The client's going to have some good options. They have a NASDAQ strategy with a 435 cap. They have an S&P Mark V with an 85% par with no cap. So really a strong combination of plans they do have available through American National there. So that's one of the options we have on a shorter term indexed annuity that goes to lower deposit amounts. We also carry Equitrust. They have a plan called the Market 10. The things I like about the Market 10 is it offers a 6% bonus on all deposits the first 5 years. You can go down to $5,000 deposit on that on qualified monies. It also has a return to premium feature. So if your client puts the money in 3 years down the road, they decide they want to go to something else, they can pull all their monies out so they're charge free. There is, however, a chargeback on comp the first 2 years. So if they waited longer than 2 years to do that, there'd be no charge to you as the agent based on those that specific situation. So again, it does offer a 6% bonus on all deposits the first 5 years. Goes down to $5,000 initial deposit, and also has a return of premium feature. So that's a really strong combination there with the Equitrust carrier. And then we also have a company, as I mentioned, that goes down to $100 on a deposit. That's Life of the Southwest. You can start that out with $100, and then you can put it on a bank draft. Do $100 a month is a minimum they'll do based on those additional deposits. They have a growth contract. They also have an income contract, so one of each. If you do have a situation, you got someone younger, doesn't have a lot of money to invest, getting them on board, getting them started is great. Getting them as a client. You never know what can happen down the road. They could win the lottery. They could get an inheritance. They could get a job, change jobs where they have availability to their 401k. You never might know what's going to happen once you get a client on board. So definitely worthwhile in expanding your numbers with some of these lower deposit contracts. National Western Life is another company we carry that offers plans that go down to lower deposit amounts. We have that Ultra Classic and Ultra Future. A couple plans they offer go down to $2,000 on qualified monies, so you can put as little as $2,000 in. They have some really good uncapped strategies on both. The good thing about the Ultra Classic is it does pay a 10% commission up to age 70. So if you have somebody that puts in a $7,000 deposit at age 55, you're going to earn $700 on that based on that 10% comp. So really good combination. The Ultra Future is more of a bonus plan. It offers a 9% bonus year 1, 4 3/4 on digital deposits years 2 through 5. It has a $2,000 minimum, and the comp on that is 5%. It's a little bit less on the compensation, but does have the higher bonus rate based on that specific plan. So that's been a pretty good seller for us for clients that want to put some additional funds in and have some good uncapped strategy. That Ultra Classic's been a pretty good program for us. Guggenheim has their Highlander series. Also the ViStar. It's got some good uncapped strategies available between the 3 different products. This is only flexible for 1 year, so your client can put money in for the first year. The Highlander has a 10-year surrender, 4% bonus. Current cap rate is 3 3/4. You go with the 7-year, has a 4.5% cap with no bonus, available to age 75 with full comp of 5. You can do that ViStar, which is another good contract on a 10-year basis. Has a income rider you can add to it, $5,000 minimum on deposit on qualified monies. Really a nice combination of Guggenheim. We've had really good luck with Guggenheim. They've been renewing their renewal rates very competitive. We're seeing some really good business flowing in that direction. So definitely a great combination to use on that side of it. I'm going to launch another quick poll. If you'd like to get some additional information on some of the companies we're discussing this morning on some of these IRAs, I know I'll be giving everyone a call that signed up for today's webinar, attended or not attended. I'll give everyone a call to kind of go over what we went over. You'll also be getting a recorded version of today's webinar. It'll be a link you can get on to watch anything you want to get refreshers on regarding what's being discussed on some of these companies and some of the programs available through the different carriers here. So again, Guggenheim, really good company, 7-year, 10-year contract. Great on the index side, goes on a $5,000 deposit. You've got additional deposits available the first year. So if you want to put more money in before the anniversary, do 2 years of deposits. You could do that with Guggenheim. And as I mentioned, it's got some really good uncapped strategies, but also has some really strong cap rates also on the S&P index. So great stuff going on with them. Atlantic Coast Life is another company we've had available here through IAMS the last few years. Really good carrier for fixed rates. They have a lot of different options on short-term fixed accounts. They kind of have a chassis you can start out with, and you can add additional features to that chassis. They have a 5-year up to 10 years in rate guarantee periods. Right now, their 5-year yield's about 3.15, 7-year yield right around 3.20, and then their 10-year yield's at 3 1/4. And we've been seeing some decent business flowing to Atlantic Coast. They also have a pretty competitive indexed annuity. On the fixed side, at least, the minimum deposit's $5,000 on dollars. So if you have qualified monies, you can put as little as $5,000 in with them. A lot of different options on the duration of the contract, and you can add some different riders on if you want a free interest rate withdrawals or free 10% rate withdrawals. You can add different riders on and some different other options they have available based on those contracts. So once again, if you do have interest in getting some information on what we discussed on some of these contracts this morning, mark off yes. If not, you can mark off no or whatever you want to do. But again, I'll be open for another 20 seconds based on what's available via the that poll there. So again, we love to send you some information out. We can do quotes. We can get you out company details, rates, brochures, whatever you may need. We can get that in your hands based on what we do have available there in that space. Sentinel is another company we've carried here the last number of years. Really strong company on higher interest rates. They do have a 3.15 rate right now for 5 years. They have a 3.20 rate again for 7 years and a 10-year at 3.25. They are available to age 90. Good thing about this contract, you can go down to $2,500 deposit. So if you want to put in a smaller deposit with them, $2,500. They have a 2.25 comp up to age 80 in a 5-year. You get 2 3/4 on a 10-year contract available to age 80 on that compensation. As I mentioned, they do go to age 90 on this contract, so you can go to higher interest rates and pull on details based on that. And they've got that lower deposit amount, $2,500, so a good combination for IRA deposits. Once again, I do appreciate being on this morning. I'm going to try to keep this under half an hour in duration. That way you can get back to your busy lives out there. We do have a lot of this information on our website. You can pull up the MYG annuity graph where it really gives you a good overview of what's available based on the state you plug in, the duration of time you plug in. It's going to give you interest rates from top to bottom. So if you look at the the 5-year rate, I think the best we have right now is 3.15. It's going to go all the way down to probably under 2% based on the different carriers out there. So really a smorgasbord of companies we have available in that scene. So otherwise, everyone have a great week. I do appreciate you joining me today. I'll be giving everyone a call post meeting here sometime this afternoon or tomorrow morning. I'll be getting in touch with you. If anything you need in the meantime, give me a call. This is Matt. Any of our other marketing reps can help you on the annuity or life sides. If you have a specific situation in mind, I'll be glad to help you. Otherwise, everyone have a great week. Enjoy your better weather conditions. If you're having conditions like we're in Omaha today, it's going to be a nice day here. So enjoy the soon to be spring conditions coming your way. So otherwise, I want to have a great 2022. We look forward to higher interest rates. We'll keep everyone up to speed when rates are going up. And we look forward to higher interest rates here in 2022. Bye now.